Hey, what's going on? I called you on Sunday and you're just getting back to me. Yeah, I got back Sunday and had some work stuff yesterday. Uh-huh. What's going on? I feel like there's something weird going on. Well, yeah, I guess I have been a little upset with you lately. About what? Well, you said you didn't want to go out with BK Lounge because you didn't want to be perceived as being in a writing partnership, but then you turned around and entered a writing partnership with Trey and Matt. That's totally different. It's a job, but it's still a partnership, so it was okay to do one with them, but not with me. And I guess I feel like you've been taking me for granted lately. Look, I'm working like 16-hour days and I'm doing this thing with Trey and Matt, and sorry I didn't have time for BK Lounge too. Don't take this the wrong way. It's just that in the triage of my life right now, you're at the bottom of the list. Anyway, you're so fucking miserable all the time. You hate your job. You're totally miserable. Can't you just get happy? Get happy. Well, I guess I feel like you don't really care about me anymore. Look, Matt, you're a sweet, sweet guy, really sweet, but this is too much. I feel like our relationship is falling apart. Relationship? What relationship? We're not in a relationship. We're friends. We've been best friends for like 12 or 13 years. I'd call that a relationship. Well, you're crazy. The ugly truth that I've suspected all along has, spoken by Pam, my meter, become irrevocably real. I ask myself, am I crazy? She seems so certain, and I don't know. Am I once again blowing everything out of proportion and making friendship into relationship? What's the difference anyway? Isn't friendship just a type of relationship? Yeah, I mean, the word may not be perfect, but it's not crazy. And if I'm not crazy, then that means my assessment of me is the one that's right, and Pam's is. I feel like I'm looking at a reflection of myself, and my reflection seems infinitely deep. And then I realize, oh, wait, this is just a mirror, and it's only a few inches thin, and I pull it, and behind it is someone else. And now it's like there are two of me, one curled up at the bottom of a deep, deep well, and the other me from behind the mirror, kind of in the same position, but containing the first me. I can see how exhausted the first me is from having tried to climb out of the well, then fail, then fall, then try again, then fail, then fall. Lying there, I can see exactly the road that first version of me will go down. He'll try to climb out the same way he always has, beating himself up, backtracking over his statements, apologizing for himself, feeling wrong. He conceives of himself as needing to get out of where he is and needing to do something, that whatever the problem is, it's his to fix. And I think to myself, this must be what people mean when they say they've just hit rock bottom. Then I think, no, it's not that I've just hit rock bottom. It's that I've just noticed that that's where I've been the whole time. Having stared at that mountain of rock for so long and having whacked my face against the ground so many times, the second me, from around my curled up body, out of sheer exhaustion, turns my head and says, I wonder if there's a way out in that direction. It's like the act of asking the question is the answer. All of a sudden I realize, oh, these thoughts and feelings, the banging my head against the wall with Pam, the upset with my career, perceiving myself as always being wrong, these are choices. And I've been making these choices, even though the consequences have been really painful, because I've been too afraid to make other choices. My anger isn't with Matoyan. I created the trap and blamed him for staying in it, just like with Pam. That's the link. These choices are the devil I know, and my underlying presumption about myself has been that the unknown consequences of other choices would be things I wouldn't be able to handle. And I have created a whole logic about myself in order to justify staying exactly where I am. As long as I'm the problem, too needy, too quick to anger, too sensitive, I can root around in my own muck trying to fix everything and call that motion living while maintaining the safety of going absolutely nowhere. I'm not locked in this thing with Matoyan because preying on an authority figure's weaknesses somehow feels like justice. And I'm not staying in this destructive relationship with Pam because I believe I'm so fundamentally fucked up that I need a third party to notify me that who I am is valid. No, it's just that these bars feel really good against my back. Smart rat. This all comes to me fast, 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 in what's really just a long pause. And I say to Pam, I think that the amount of time and involvement in each other's lives qualifies it as a relationship. We're not in a relationship. Okay, well, to me we were, and it seems to be coming to an end. Look, I gotta go. Bye. Bye. We form what I call survival strategies in order to make it through our households growing up. We don't think of these things as strategies because we don't remember making the choice to form them. We think of these things as just being how we are. We think, I'm just someone with a hair trigger anger response to being wronged, instead of thinking we were wronged often in childhood and that anger was the most effective response to making it through okay. The problem with thinking of these things as just being how we are is that we don't think there's really anything we can do about them other than maybe acknowledge them as flaws and try to control them. We think these things must be genetic or something because who would choose to go through life this miserable? Well, I learned in that long pause, me.
What